seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
This is 93.7 Citizen FM, Abuja.
The time is 6 o'clock. Welcome to Citizen FM News at 6. First, the headlines. INEC set for 2023 general elections. Federal government set to jail offenders of fertilizer diversion and adulteration in the country. Vietnam president resign over anti-corruption drive. At the general election, and as they draw closer, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has expressed concern over the rise in insecurity in the polity. In an address at the resumption of the 2023 legislative session, he called for a concerted effort to nip the ugly trend in the bud before the start of the general elections next month. He called on the political elites and their supporters to guard against utterances and actions that could fan the embers of discord among Nigerians in the days ahead. Still on elections, Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has said it is satisfied with the preparations done so far ahead of the elections. The INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu made the assertion while speaking at the Chatham House in the United Kingdom earlier today, where he addressed Nigerians and interested listeners.
Elections in Nigeria have become events that attract extensive international attention and concern, not only because of the sheer size of the deployment, but also because of the importance of Nigeria in Africa, and most particularly in the West Africa sub-region. Understandably, therefore, there are enormous expectations, both within Nigeria and internationally, about the conduct and management of the 2023 general election. The expectations place a great responsibility on the election management body, the Independent National Electoral Commission. We are not taking these responsibilities lightly. We appreciate that there are challenges and concerns, but we also realize that there is enormous goodwill and support, both in Nigeria and beyond. Consequently, we believe that by forthrightly sharing our experiences and discussing the challenges openly, we can surmount the challenges and ensure that our elections in Nigeria continue to get better.
Lamenting the continuous attacks on its facilities nationwide, the INEC chairman said, despite the attacks, election would hold in Nigeria, come what may. Senate has said that it would adjourn plenary next week to allow lawmakers to have time for campaigns for the forthcoming elections. The president of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, disclosed this during plenary after the week's work. They'll suspend plenary for the sake of the elections. He noted that the break would enable lawmakers contesting for various offices during the general elections to carry out necessary campaigns in their various constituencies. A coalition of civil society organizations under the aegis of Coalition of Civil Society Organizations Alliance for Democratic Sustenance has raised the alarm over what it described as a subterranean plot by yet-to-be-named individuals to sabotage the conduct of elections come February 2023. The group, made up of 19 pro-democracy civil society organizations, raised the alarm in a statement signed by its convener, Malam Yusuf Bulama, in Abuja. According to the statement, the alarm became necessary following the discovery of carefully scripted schemes by persons to subvert the electoral process in a bid to foist their preferred candidates on Nigerians. Federal government has warned that starting from January 2023, any person found guilty of adulterating or diverting fertilizer in Nigeria will spend up to 10 years in prison without an option of bail. Ishaku Ardobuba, the Deputy Director of Input Use and National Agriculture Growth Scheme and Agro Pocket Department of Farm Input Support Services of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, stated this at the Zonal Sensitization Workshop for Fertilizer Quality Inspectors and other relevant stakeholders on the provision of the National Fertilizer Quality Control Act 2019 and the Regulations 2020 and promotion of organic fertilizer preparations and use at the local level using eco-friendly agricultural technologies. The Deputy Director warned that the new law in place now is very stringent and it applies to anyone found guilty. Executive Director, Center for Citizens with Disabilities, David Anyale, has lamented that people with disabilities still face challenges despite the signing of the Disability Act by President Muhammadu Buhari in 2019. Anyale stated this at the fourth anniversary of the Disability Act with the theme 2023 General Elections and Beyond, Creating the Future we Desire for Citizens with Disability. It will be recalled that Buhari on January 23, 2019 signed into law a legislation that would henceforth criminalize common discriminations against persons with disabilities. The Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act would see corporate entities and individuals face excruciating sanctions if found guilty of discriminating against persons with impairments. Following the burning to death of a Catholic priest in Kafinkoro in the Paikoro local government area of Niger State, aggrieved women and youths have reportedly burned down the Kafinkoro Police Divisional Office. According to a resident of the area who identified himself simply as Jonathan, the incident began when some women comprising Evangelical Church, Winning All, and Catholic women groups converged on the premises of the burnt parish to offer prayers against those who burned the Catholic priest. Jonathan said that when the police refused to leave the residence of the late priest, the women threw stones and sachet water at the police and then the police left. He said the village youth eventually joined the women to hold a peaceful protest, but the police started shooting and a villager got shot by a bullet fired by the policeman. And away from that, President of the Economic Community of West African States Commission, Dr. Omar Touare, has accredited new ambassadors to ECOWAS. Touare named the new ambassadors at the ECOWAS Commission headquarters in Abuja, according to a statement on the Commission's website. The accredited envoys are Ambassador of Sweden to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ms. Anika Hanenglon, Country Representative UNICEF to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ms. Christian Mondoate, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Poland to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ms. Joanna Tanaskwa, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Annette Gunther, Ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to the Republic of Nigeria, Walter Plump, and Ambassador to the Islamic Republic of Mauritania to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Amadi Kamara. And to other parts of the world, Vietnam President Nguyen Xuan Phuc has resigned after days of rumors that he was about to be sacked amid a major anti-corruption drive that has seen several ministers failed state media. Phuc has submitted his resignation from his assigned position and quit his job as well as retired. His sudden departure is a highly unusual move in communist Vietnam, where political changes are normally carefully orchestrated with an emphasis on cautious stability. And finally, from the world of sports, Jurgen Klopp says he will not leave Liverpool unless he is told to go. hinting at a major overhaul of his aging squad at the end of the season. A sixth Premier League defeat of the campaign means the 2020 champions are 10 points behind or outside the top four with just over half the season remaining. Klopp last year signed a contract extension until 2026, and the 55-year-old stressed that only the sack would prevent him from seeing that through. Klopp, whose team faced Wolves in an FA Cup third-round replay, also rejected the suggestion that longer-serving players had stopped listening to him. And that was Citizen FM News. But before we go, we'll look at major headlines once again. INEC is set for 2023 elections, according to the chairman of INEC. Federal government is set to jail offenders of fertilizer diversion and adulteration. We told you on the foreign scene that Vietnam president has resigned over anti-corruption drive. That's the news at 6 p.m. as edited by Lawrence Sumoite. To listen to us online, please visit citizenfm.ng. I am Didi, and I'll stay with us. Super Citizen at Sunset.